Hello, welcome to How I Made I Don't Really Care About You by Regina Song and I. Yeah, let's get right into it. This song is one of my favorite rock songs that I've made so far. And it goes like this for the intro. Alright, so we're gonna break down the song part by part. So in the intro, we have the iconic 5, 6, 7, 8, which is just me and Regina just... Oh, where is it? There it is. And that's all we did. A bunch of reverb on it, but yeah, just yelling. And the melodics, which make the song, in my opinion, go like this. So, I say that the thing that makes this whole intro is this riff right here, which my friend Doug, who co-produced the song, put on the track. And when he did it, it was like, that is the one. Alongside the synth, we have very beautiful glide synths like this one. And this is all Doug, right? And on top of that, we have, of course, the drums. So FYI, the entire song, we used MIDI drums, but they sound very real. The trick to this is using perfect samples. It's just a drum rack on Ableton, mixed very precisely. And of course, an overhead, a crash. And some hi-hats. Oh, sorry, this is a ride, but all together. And I believe that arrangement is the most important thing in a song. And make it sound live. You have that all together and do little hits, have them follow the guitar, the bass. So we come in a little bit early. So 5, 6, 7, 8, psh, instead of 5, 6, 7, 8, psh. So then all the bass played by me. Again, everything goes on a hit with the drums. Just running through guitar rig, which you can see here is just a simple preset called dirt bass. And we have a sub bass just to give it width. And guitar, we have so I'm just like messing around with single note stuff. And stock Ableton synth. This is water pluck. Very interesting choice of words. And then we have 2 guitars, actually 4 guitars. Both panned left and right, heart left and heart right. When you produce guitars, you want it to sound big, so you have them panned left and right, but they're playing different takes. So you don't double it with the same file. You just make a new take. And this is crunch guitar, so a little texture. And with the bass, yep, so that's it for the the intro. Got some sound effects going on, lasers, downlifters. Yes. All right, let's take a listen to sound effects. Yes, sir. And then, of course, it's a camp rock song. We need background vocals from I don't know where, like Party Club, BRS, Crowd Teens. It's very low in the mix, so you can't really tell, but it puts you in an environment where you know, a party's going on. Without it, it sounds empty. This is with. Sounds like there's a lot going on. It's a party! Alright, so, verse time. We have guitar. And just Regina, you know. Regina singing.
Laughing 'cause I'm boring and you're so funny, right? My bad. I walked out of high school crying. You walked out of my life laughing 'cause I'm boring and you're so funny, right? My bad.
And then, of course, harmonies.
This comical love equation equals to my desolation.
So to preempt everyone, this whole song was made in my apartment, so no sound treatment, and the mic that I'm using is the same mic that I'm using right now. It's the AKG C214, and I used it to track everyone's vocals. And yeah, a very simple, you know, verse thing. A lot more comes in verse 2, which I will break down soon, but
this comical love equation equals to my desolation.
so what's going on right before the chorus? You have a lot of swish, swish, swoosh, swoosh stuff going on. The most important thing, you know, to make a pop song stand out is to have sound effects. So you have reverse stuff, like these little things right before the kick comes in. You know, simple things like that that kind of make or break your song. You know, swoosh. I live by swoosh. All right. Now, the chorus. The very first chorus. I'm on the second verse, so I didn't want to overpower Regina. All I did was left and right backup vocals. So let's see what I'm singing. Very scuffed, but you can barely hear it. And on top of the thirds that the fifth, I don't know, just one of the harmonies that I'm doing, we have gang vocals. So this rock-inspired song was not complete without screaming, because you're supposed to scream this live. And as you can tell, we did not really do anything except for compress these vocals. So yeah, a lot of harmonies, a lot of... There's an ambulance. Let's wait for it to pass. So yeah, the chorus.
Just to get you off my mind, 'cause I'm mine. Seem just a little distant. I must be blind.
And I run everything through this chain, which I found to suit Regina a lot, and it helps to really cut through in the mix. And of course, the synths come back in. That was the lower octave. Alright, verse 2. Let's listen to verse 2. It's me. Alright, what just happened? So pretty simple guitars, pretty similar to verse 1. But we have this coming back in, and a subsaw, which Doug is playing. Shout out Doug. And then the second half of verse. Okay, that was a sub bass. And then the bass comes in. So they're different basses, but it fits well together. And then yes, piano. So when we first made the song, we had no idea what we were gonna do, what we were gonna do to verse 2 to make it, slightly different from verse 1. So we did this. We had Regina just echo everything that I said, so kind of like a call and response. And then Doug played piano. Let's listen to this. And it sounds very anime, which I'm all for because I love anime. And some strings. Pan to the right. And then yep, very pretty. And of course, comes back in on the chorus. What's happening? Again, you hear the swoosh come in, and the fill was actually a sample, and I just timed everything. Perfect sample, and a swoosh to bring everything back in. So yeah, sound effects. So I like downlifters because they give it space and it makes it not like a crash, but it does the same thing as a crash, if that makes sense. So harmonies, more harmonies, because we're into the second chorus. Yippee. Okay, where are we?
When you seem just a little distant.
I think I'm singing the main melody also. I am not. I lied. It was all Regina. And we just copy and pasted stuff from Chorus 1. Alright. Halftime. So what is happening? Let's see. Bridge. We have the strings coming back in. Woo! Kind of the coming of age vibe. Very cool. And then guitar. They're all fake. I think this was Doug. Alright, and then these 3 synths. Very important. So when you reach the bridge, you want something to carry the entire song, but slowing it down. So because we're halftime, we can't just take these things out and have the drum do the thing. We gotta add more. This is without the synths. A lot of ARPs. So this is just a sample running through AutoPen. This is without, and I want it to be like sidechained, but really weird sidechain. So it was not sidechain, but AutoPen does the same thing, but in a more random way. And then yeah, it's called ARP Goonies, and then just make it in the key that you want it to be in. Don't you love samples? Alright, halftime. So a lot of people who produce, you know, it's very easy to just put the drum pattern on the MIDI. But to make it sound realistic, you gotta have a lot of ghost notes. So the bass, well, the main pattern is boom boom ka, boom 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 ka. But you gotta have a lot more ghost notes. So you gotta play with velocity to make it be there, but not audible enough that it changes the pattern. So and this is Ableton, so you can just play with velocity right here. And you have more. Okay, I lied. Okay, there is more. This is the halftime perk that I took and just EQ'd it simply and put it very low in the mix just to give it movement. So and this is my favorite chord. You can find this chord change in every one of my songs. But we go down from, so the song is in D major, and I always just want to bring it to the E. And again, this is Doug playing the organ. Very church-like. So and all together it sounds like this. So a lot of production also comes from automation, and with the ending of this bridge, you can hear Regina's reverb just going up and up, and then all the way back down when the song goes mellow again. Is it here? There we go. Parallel. When you draw automation curves, you try to, bend it a little so it's more natural. And it disappears. Awesome. And now you got a more intimate feel at the outro.
All the time, puffy eyes, just to get you off my mind. 'Cause I might, when you seem just a little distant.
And with audio files, you can chop things up. So I wanted to make it not super live, in the production at least. So I cut the guitars up. I cut everything to make it like if that makes sense. So, and along with everything, it's no guitar without a noise gate sounds like that, but and of course with the melodics too. And the swoosh. The swoosh has to have the cuts as well. And with every single one, you want to play with the pitch here, just so it's not just the same tone. Yep, very awesome stuff. And again, everything comes back in the last part of the song, and gang vocals come back in. Very, very cool.
Little distant, I must be blind to for someone of your kind. That I don't really care what you type.
And then we have gang vocals again at the end, but it goes very crazy.
Just to get you out my mind.
Automation on reverb, and then you have to trust the process, because when we did the takes, it sounds awful. And it's clipping, but it does not matter. It does not matter. Oh yes, on the outro, you have all the synths come back in. So, to make it big, you reintroduce every single instrument that you have in the chorus. And I don't think you can hear this very well, but we have a very bad acoustic guitar that's also playing. Sounds like the Nokia phone. Just playing one thing. The way that I EQ'd it is very simple. Just cut all the lows and then boost the highs. So you're only going to listen to the texture and not much the tone. I just feel like sparkles on your left and right, which is super awesome. Going for sound candy, ear candy, and yeah, that is the whole song. I hope you all learned a little bit about, production and arrangement. Yeah, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section down below. Stream, I don't really care about you. And yeah, thank you all for watching this video. See you guys at the next one. Peace.